Chapters. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this 30th of January, the last trading day of the month. And just wanted to show you this here. Look, here's the 10-minute chart. What a big move that was earlier on. I mean, here we are looking at the close yesterday. And then overnight, the E-mini goes down to the 69.7. It goes all the way down to the 68.98. I thought it was 69 something. No, it was 68.98. And that was at 11:10 last night. 11:10 last night. Yeah, and then it rallies all the way to the 200. Look how important that 200 period moving average. Technical Friday. It goes right to a peak E that tries to hug the line, pulls back, rallies, fails at a peak D, pulls back again, has a big rally. And what does it do? Over the last 4 10-minute bars, it goes sharply above the 200 period moving average, comes back, and then goes back again. Right now, it's only down 10. Yeah, this is absolutely fascinating to me because, look, here's the 5-minute chart. So the 10-minute chart went to peak D. The 5-minute chart went to G/C, which says, yep, you could still go to a D, but there's still strength. 9-period moving average is still good. The 2-minute chart flipped from green to pink, back to green, running quite nicely, up 10.25. And same thing in the 1-minute chart. I wanted to point this out to show you something I think is absolutely fascinating. So let me just do this. It's Technical Friday, so let me do this before I run all the numbers. The Dow is down 112. So you can see on this black background chart, every time the MACD has gone to this blue line, horizontal blue line, it's become a little vulnerable. It doesn't mean to say it has a major turn down, but it becomes a little vulnerable, right? And then it fails to get there, but it makes new highs, a divergence. So it pulls back quite sharply and then makes higher highs. Well, and the last move up, that was the move that went to 49,616, I believe it was. Yeah. Look what happened. The MACD just tagged the blue line and then pulled back, but the price hasn't really pulled back very much. Look at the stochastic, how it keeps fading, and yet the price is holding well. But look at the on-balance volume, how it hit exactly right there, and now we've pulled back. So I wanted to show you there are a couple of things going on here that just suggest to me that this digester phase that I've been talking about for about 2 weeks now, and we are short. I have a small short position in the Dow, not interfering whatsoever with our longer term longs. This is a trading position. Now let me just show you something here. First, let me just go to the Dow right here. This is the daily, weekly, monthly. It's important. Now I can say the monthly is important because we're about to wrap up the month. Look, from the low that was made at 36,661, that 9-period moving average was resolute. It just held beautifully above the 14-period moving average, which says there's like a spring-loaded move, like a cork in water. You just let go and the cork bounces up. Well, it did bounce. And because it made a high of 49,633, that is on the 13th of January, that means this is still leg A. That means all of February, if there's no move above 49,633.35, that was the high, is that correct? 35, yep. If there's no move above by 1 penny, well, it can be the same. It could be 35. And then that just continues leg A all the way through February. But if it's 1 penny less than that, that becomes a peak A. And very often at the end of the month, it's usually June, but very often at the end of the month, like a day before or 2 days before, there's a massive sell-off. And that just says, now you can look at the next month as being probably a lower high, but it just gives you a much better chance of seeing that. We haven't got that now. But wait a minute. Look at the Chapman Wave inside track repellent zone in the weekly chart at that G/B. Yes, we're holding beautifully, but it's been 3 weeks that we haven't gone above that high of 49,633. So the upside momentum starting to slow, but the downside, there's no downside momentum whatsoever. It's really just a sideways move. Now I'll show you this chart right here. I don't need that. I don't need that. I need to move it to the right. And look at this. So for a little while now, I've said I've had an internal high and a residual high. That's that high of 49,633 on the 30th. But look at this. The 9-period moving average is still green. This is my Chapman Wave Dark News cloud cover using just the Dow daily chart to identify internal highs, residual highs, and internal lows and residual lows. And I've been saying this is the most unusual pattern that I've seen in years. Look at this. There's just been a narrow channel. We broke it once, but basically we've been in this channel even this week. We're holding so far in the channel support line. And that has gone on since the beginning, the internal low and residual low of June the 23rd of 2025. So we've had a 6-7 month rally within a narrow trading range. It's one of the most bullish chart patterns you can ever find is when there's just a narrow channel going to the top part, then the bottom. Now, what I did notice, and I don't want to make this messy, but I need to just draw it in just to show you how I like to use trend lines, which I've done since I was hand charting with the engineering paper back in the 1970s, early 80s. So look at this. What we've got is another trend line. And I don't want to spend time now talking about how it works on the upside. I'm just saying on the downside, we've got another trend line here and another trend line here. So this says to me, just on a short-term basis, the upside is limited. I don't yet have a downside target other than the 48,600s. Break below that says, okay, now we can start to move down a little bit more. But isn't that fascinating? Technical Friday. What have we got? Internal high, residual high. That's like the earthquake and the aftershock, which can be a little below, same, or just a little bit above the previous high. And then you've got to be careful. But I don't have anything on the downside other than this trend line. Now, I don't like to mess up charts. I like to have them as clean as possible. I know some of you would say, what? Clean as possible? You got the messiest charts. Well, I don't really. I can show you some messy charts, but I'm not going to do that now. Here we go. So this is, oh, where did that go? That line? Yeah, that's this line right here, I believe. Okay, so look at this. This is the inside track propellant zone. We've got a resistance and a support. So we're watching it. If any time in the next 5 sessions, that is from Monday through next Friday, we start to take out 48,200 on the Dow, that's the rollover that I'm anticipating if there's weakness very early next week. All right, I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. And we've got the Dow down only 107. This is not major. Major sell-offs have like Dow 500-something, S&P 60-something, and it repeats the next day. We haven't got that yet. I'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years, with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
So what are we looking at? The semiconductors are down 4.50 at 413.02. Made a high yesterday of let me just check. I think it was 420.60. Yep. Just putting back a little bit, down 4.5 until the semis take out this candle low. The 20th of January, the low was 389.43. Until it closes under that, we're still in this choppy. Buying still keeps coming in because it's the end of the month and maybe even the beginning of the month. We'll see. But it's only a leg B in the monthly chart. That's fantastic. All right, so let me just do this real quickly. I can't even remember where we were because there's so much going on. So the Dow is down 141. It's arching over, but the 9-period moving average hasn't turned down. We are finally, for ages, we haven't done anything on the short side, but we did start a short position yesterday. I don't know if we'll add to it just yet, but anyway, fairly tight stop, but we'll see what happens. S&P right now, S&P is down 14 at 69.55. I didn't type that in. I think it was 7,002. Let me just check. 7,002.28 was the all-time high just 3 sessions ago. 7,002. Did I say 0.28? I think I said 28. I forgot to listen to myself. Okay, so, and it's a leg D in the weekly chart. And that just says, we could go sideways for a little bit. We'll see what happens, okay? Let's go to the QQQ, and that is trading down 238 at 627.03. Made a peak D just 3 sessions ago at 680, was it? 638.60. Let me just type that in, 638.60. So when I do my 638.60, when I do my subscriber, so you can if you become a subscriber, you're able to get my videos, my weekly videos on Friday afternoon. Really very great detail. We started looking at all the different areas we're in, what we want to get out of, what we want to start new positions in, what we're monitoring closely, etc. Just a real intense overview, where we are, what we want to do, where the market is, and what I'm anticipating. Let's see, I think I typed that in there. Yes. Okay, so that's the QQQ. The IWM, which has been a leader, going to the 267.22 all-time high. Looks to me like it could digest gains a little bit. Doesn't have to smash to the downsides at 260.78, down 258. Maybe 256 is really the clue. If it starts to trade under that, then we're going to go for a couple of weeks rather than just a short-term pullback. I wanted to do so. I did the semis. As I said, the semis are trading down 4.56 at 412. Really mixed now. Now you got some, I think, MU says still moving to the upside. Yep, all-time high. Micron trading at 438.20. Well, it actually hit 455.50, and this is leg G to the upside, all right? So let's go to the GDX. So the GDX is a whopping move down, 113.50. Today's low is 98, round number low. Watching that very closely. If that gets taken out, then I think we go into the 97 to 95 area next week. But in the meantime, a well-deserved pullback. We've taken out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gone into the gap. We've taken out 8 sessions of trading in one foul move. Foul. Leg E in the weekly chart, leg G/C in the monthly chart. All the technicals so far are positive. Stochastic, even with the pullback, is at 82%. Over 80 is good. And the MACD is turned down, hasn't crossed negative yet. But I'm suspecting that I'll draw this in. It could continue just tumbling. But I'm anticipating that we could just go into the bottom of, this is what I'm anticipating as the potential. A little bit higher, maybe fill a little bit of the gap, but my suspicion is that over the next week, and I was saying that last week, I was saying I'm anticipating that over the next 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks, that the gold, the GDX itself, Market Vectors Gold Miners ETF, should get back into the mid to low 90s. So we'll see what happens, right? Let's go to silver. So then we do gold. Gold right now is down 275. Wow, another big red candle at 5,076. And that just confirms, and look at this weekly chart with that very long wick. Got to wait until Friday's close to tell you exactly what it is. But this is just suggesting that at any time over the next week, it's a weekly chart. I'll give it 2 weeks. At any time in the next 2 weeks, if there is a close over 5,335, we will try to head towards the all-time high. But if we break and we go into the body of this ugly candle down to the 48.63 area in the next 2 weeks, gold is done for at least a little while. Silver, same thing. Silver is pulling back. It's down 15 at 99.48. It made a high of 121.78. I'd say 121.78 to today's low of 95.12. That's a little bit of a pullback, right? Yeah. So don't just remember, we've been talking about this for quite a while now, saying take something off, reward yourself for all that holding the pattern, and be prepared that this should pull back. And when it does, it could be very sudden and very sharp. And that's the kind of what we're looking at right now. I'm going to go to high-grade copper. High-grade copper is also pulling back. It's down 18 cents at $6.02, hit 6.583 yesterday. Remember, Chapman, we've inverted green Roman candle. I was talking about that. Well, it's interesting because I said, if in the next 2 days it can hold for 60 or 90 minutes above the long wick, above 6.38, I think I said 6.40. Anyway, 6.38 is really the number. Today's high was 6.387, and it immediately pulled back. So I'm watching this very closely. It's just, look, the weekly chart is back into the rectangle. That's what you can expect. I want you to do the Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is trading down 1,160. Actually, it's come off the low. The low was 81,210. I've just been very negative about this, and this has gone now to a leg C. Having gone down this far, what I had said is if it actually takes out the left side low, and that's the left side low of 80,750, then there's a good chance that the 200-period moving average of 79,584 will be hit. Now, the monthly chart is broken, and we've got just hours to go before the end of the day. I'm suspecting the end of the month that we're going to be closing below the Chapman Wave inside track propellant zone. Now it's a repellent zone. So the monthly chart says And the 9-period moving average has still not gone negative. So the monthly chart says the resistance now should be at the 14-period moving average of 96,989 over the next month. That's in February. But be careful, because this is the low that you're monitoring at 80,820, the low of April. I'm just watching that very closely. And we are still long. We've taken quite a bit off. We've got a little bit left. I don't know if I want to even mess around because we're down. We've bought it so low in the iShares. Okay, now what I want to do is, here we go, questions. Let me just write this one down here. All right, let me just run them. So yesterday I got asked, and I forgot to do it. I can't remember if I did it. But ARKK, ARK Innovation ETF, down sharply today, down $1.58 at 76.03. Made a peak D double top in the 83s. It's pulling back quite sharp. Yes, I agree with you. And you said that this is like a harbinger of market weakness to come. I agree with you. I'm looking at this and I'm saying ARK has 74.51 as a target.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstad's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, folks. So let me start going through this. So here we go. So AARK, yes, I agree. ARK innovation is weak, and it should go to the 200-period moving average. That'll be the test. I think it's going to go right through that, but the test will be at the 74 level. It's at 75 right now, 75.97. So 74.51. I'm pretty sure that it's going to arch over and go lower than that. I see very limited upside now. Next question came in, Iran. So we are still long this position from a core position. What I'm looking at here, it made a peak E. Left side, right side, did a beautiful left side, right side price time match to the lower range. And as a result, so let me just see this. So we have a position from the 2280s. We've taken quite a lot off all the way to the 74, 76 highs. And we've occasionally tried to enter again. It's just been tough. Well, now it's started to rally. Going into 3 days ago and ran to the 63s. Now it's down to 55. I think this is still in play because it's one of the few next generation data centers with renewable energy GPUs. I think it's in play. But I also think it's kind of vulnerable. So at 55.31, and you said you would like to start another position at 52. 52, I agree with you. That's 52. Do I have any support there at all? That's down at 48. That's at 50.11. And that's, yeah, I don't know if I can lock in on a number right now because the 9 is still way over the 14. The MACD is still good. Stochastic's at 85%. On-balance volume is not good. I'm a little worried about that. So let's look at it together. Just early next week, let's look at it together and see what happens. Because at this point, it is a little bit vulnerable with the general market. So I don't want to name a price because I want to see how it holds. I don't want to do any fib numbers, anything like that. And the 14-period moving average is 54.73. So if it actually starts to go under that, how does the green 9-period moving average react? Let's look at it together. I do want to add to this, but I think it needs, look, when 76.87 was the all-time high on the 5th of November, it plunges down to 33. I mean, it gets cut in half, right? More than that. And then it goes all the way back, more than 50%, but then it didn't hold. So I need to just respect the fact that this is a retracement. It isn't a brand new buy mode that's really showing strength by going into the 65s. If it did, I'd say, this is fantastic. Right now I'm saying be cautious, okay? Let's hold off. That's not, okay. Next thing is QBTS. This is in the... Okay, QBTS is D-Wave, Quantum Inc., Quantum Computing. Look, going down to the 200-period moving average, kind of vulnerable, down $1.17 at 22.05. What was the question? QBTS. Hi, can you please check on QBTS, Quantum? Thank you. And analyst gave it a 38 target. 38. Yeah. So I also heard was it the CEO? I think it was the CEO being interviewed. And of course, just looking out, doing fantastic. But actually, I've been worried about this from the 46.75 high in October the 16th. And all it's done is it's had rallies that have failed. It did go to a peak D on this bounce, but it's arching over. It's right just about on the 200-period moving average of 21.60. It's trading at 22.07. I would hold off. I think sometime in Feb, maybe end of Feb, maybe beginning of March, that's where I'm looking at Iran, QBTS. I wouldn't even be surprised if Palantir has to continue its digester phase. Yep, down. Look, dreaded H took out the 147.56 low. Today's low is 147.43. That's a new low. That's peak A, trough B, trough C, and trough D. So, I'd just be real careful. I think they need more time. And So that's, yeah. So let's give it time. Let's go back to QBTS. QBTS. Yes, it's the same pattern. And the monthly chart has had some 3 really pretty ugly bars from the 46 high. Yeah, let's just wait. 17. Wow, that's 5 points lower. Hold off. I'm not ready yet for a buy on these. It could be sooner than all of February, maybe next week sometime, but right now not. ASC. I wrote that down right. ASC. I haven't got it all notated, huh? This is. Oh, right. I remember this Ardmore Shipping Corp. I just remember the symbol. I didn't remember the name of the company. Yeah, the shipping. So the question is, Basil, should I add to ASC the tanker company? Okay, let me just show you something very quickly. I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to have to wait before I can confirm that it will be a yes, because the chart is looking really good. So that's your A. Remember, find the lowest low and then merely count each successively higher peak. So that's A, B. Underneath it is an A and a B. I've seen so many of these lately. So there's an overlapping wave that says it should go to a D, where it's already at C. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now let's go to the weekly chart. Peak. There's your A. There's your B. There's your C, there's your D, and there's your E. All right. It's doing so well. I'm going to just stop a second because it did pull back and made a double top at that F in the 1350s. And then it pulled back very sharply to the 1040s. And now it's at 1283. I like what I'm seeing. Look how it bounced right over the 200 period moving average again. So that the 1185 level is really good support. It's at 1283. Monthly chart, may as well just do it. Takes a second. Look, peak A. Wow, I'm busy automating everything. I have to tell you, the eye just picks it up in one split second. That's the lowest low. How do I measure it? How do I put a starting point if it's automated? 100 bars, 200 bars? Man, it's such an intriguing thing, and it's such a challenge. And I'd say to myself, this has been my big project for decades, and I needed to have some, Herb Brunner used to help me do this, but even then it was really difficult. But now with AI, the challenge is incredible, and it's exciting. I must say, at this age in my life, I just need to keep my mind active. Arch, more, shipping, Inc. Okay, I want to do this. I want to look at, let's see, NAT, which is NAT trading. Oh, man, look how nicely that is. Oh, yeah, I'll be back in a moment.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
So I know it's the end of the month, and therefore the buying is consistently being right there and helping. Look, the Dow's now only down 138, and the S&P is down 10. I mean, this is pretty darn good. All right, so NAT is Nordic American Tankers. I've got this as a leg E in the daily, and I've changed this. I've got this as a leg B in the weekly chart and leg C in the monthly chart. Nordic, looking great. Let's see DSX. Haven't looked at it for a while. Diane Shipping. Whoa, ho, ho. Very nice. Peak A, B, C, D. Yeah, very strong at $2.31. Very nice action. And A, B, C. I'm going to call this a D right here. This is a brand new A, B, C. Yeah, I needed to do that just to show you that this is going with, they all do different shipping. So Diane Shipping is different to NAD, which is Nordic American, that's tankers, and ASC. I can't remember what ASC is. Ugh, I'm busy typing away, but I didn't do that correctly. I could get out of that. Okay, ASC. Yes, as I said, I like ASC, and I'm going to suggest, because you're already in this, treat it as a trading position. I would get in at 12.84. I'd get in. I'd have a 12.30 stop just for the very short term. My target would be this high that was made right here. That's on the November the 18th. The high was 12. No, it was 13.56. So that's my upside target. All right. So I needed just to check and did that. So UUU is something that I was going to look at yesterday, but I didn't. And that's very interesting. That is Universal Safety Products, smoke alarms, vests. I did that by mistake the other day. I wanted UUUU, and I hit 3 U's. And I said, oh, that's interesting. Double top 727 back in September, pulls back sharply to the 3s, and then it goes right back to 729, and now it's consolidating. Just consolidating. I wouldn't do anything with it now. The question about UUUU. So that is the uranium, Energy Fuels Inc. uranium. So this has just made a peak E in the daily chart. Let's look at the UEC, which is the one that we usually get. We haven't had it for a little while. And that made an all-time high. Yeah, just pulling back. I like it very much. The trouble with the uranium is when they're on a run, you've just got to close your eyes and buy it. When they start to consolidate, they can have pretty sharp consolidations. So all I can say is that, UUU is what I wanted to look at yesterday. It's by mistake. I looked at it and I said, hey, let's have a look at that, but I forgot. And now I did it, and now UUU is the uranium energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is Energy Fuels Inc. uranium company. Looking great. So the question is, should I add to it? Will you take some off? I don't think I'd mess with this because the moves come so quickly. I just hold it. Taking some off, no. I'd rather be adding a little bit more. And I'd say, let's look at it together next week. If Energy Fuels dips down to the, you could take a little bit off just as money management, yes. But I'm looking more at this as breaking to all-time highs. This is good action. Look at that Chapman wave inverted green Roman candle from 3 months ago, and now you've gone above it. You've taken it out. This is very positive. Now I wouldn't. And URNM, which is a uranium. Look at this. It's gone to peak EF. Right, yeah. So the question is, I agree with you with the idea that maybe this is the time to take something off. But my real thing here is that this is, look at all the different sectors. This is in play. Look, all-time high yesterday, or at least for some of them a multi-year high, but this is an all-time high. Now, I wouldn't mess with this. You have a very good, you have patience to hold these things, and it always works out. Not always, but mostly it works out. I wouldn't mess with it. I'd rather be looking to add. I don't think so. Okay, next question came in. Oh, Rambus. I forgot. Anybody remember Rambus? RMBS? Rambus Inc. I can't even remember. They do something in the technology, right? Rambus trading down up $1.13 at 122.73, made a peak E just a week and a half ago, a daily, an E/B in the weekly chart and a D in the monthly chart. I just forgot about this. So I just thought I'd put it up here just so that over the weekend I'll have another look at it because it's acting pretty darn well. All-time high a week ago. I think it's holding very well. So another question came in. What about the semiconductors? SMH down 3.89. That's nothing. 3.89 and 413.65 until the semis actually start to trade. They can't just take it out. They got to trade at 398. It's at 413. Yesterday it was at 420. So that's quite a bit of a pullback. Once they start to do that, then I can draw. I'm just giving you a hint of what I will do. I draw in the arch formation to that candle right there. So that says, I don't know, sometimes these things look like they're rolling over. Look, all I can say is that a 401 is a 200-period exponential, 14-period exponential moving average. So it has to tag that once by Wednesday of next week. If it doesn't do that, it can just go sideways. Here's another thing. AA, Alcoa. Look at this fantastic action, all-time high, 66.95. That was back in early January. And now it's arching over. But look how it's holding because the 9-period moving average is still green. If Alcoa, and we're still long. I'm not doing anything. I like it very much. Oh, it has the unconventional flat base restart. Says it should go to 52. It doesn't say when. It just says it should arch over because of this unconventional flat base restart. That whole cluster formation in December. So if Alcoa hits 57, it's at 58.40 right now. Today's low is 57.66, 57.96. If Alcoa goes under 57 by Tuesday or so of next week, then it's just taking a slow rollover digestive phase, having made a peak E. We're still long from 43. It hit 66.95 the other day. Trading right now at 58.41. General Motors, another one real long, all-time high 4 sessions ago. It's just kind of stalling here, trading down $1 at 85.17 after hitting 87.31. So this is just, I'm going to put this in here, a rectangle formation, just taking a bit of a breather, and then it might pull back if the general market pulls back. Yeah, so where am I right now in the market? I'm looking at the market and saying, digestive phase unfolding, upside very limited for the Dow. The 49,600s has been a big repellent zone, and I think that's going to continue for a little while longer. Does it break down? It doesn't have to. It can just keep going sideways to consolidate after a spectacular move. So, okay, with that said, another question came in. Where was it? Okay. Oh, Verizon. So these always mystify me. I always say, don't buy a dividend stock unless you can see capital gains. Well, I mean, Verizon was just looking terrible under the 200-period moving average, down in the 38 area. Bam, today it's up. It is 43.42, up 3.50. Good earnings, $8.08.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
All right, so look, these telecommunications companies, I'm busy thinking here for quite some time. You know, there's so much competition in terms of the cutting of the cord. And therefore, it's kind of tough. And then out of the blue, look at this, out of the blue, it just has this big spike, and it goes from the low, this is AT&T, down from 23 to today's high of 25.83. Verizon, same thing, out of the blue. But actually, maybe it's not out of the blue. Maybe all the cord cutting has been done, and they're looking now at other things within the telecommunications companies. Look at that, leg deep, pow, just in the 38 area, boom, today it goes to 43. And that's what this market is all about. It is rotational. It is going through the gyrations of what was really strong, now taking quite a bit of a breather. Look at this, because of Bitcoin. You've got our Robinhood on the 200-period moving average. How does it deal with this over the next period of time. We still have a long position, the original one from 16s, not much left, but we still got it. This is tough stuff. And Rocket Lab was on a beautiful tear the other day. Went to 99.58 3 weeks ago, and now it's at 82.80, struggling a little bit. So this is a very select market. So for subscribers, I'm being as selective as I can. I think it's much more prudent to be able to look at something and say, let's take a position or let's start raising cash, which we've been doing. And I'm just being very careful. We just started a short position in the Dow. I might start another short position on Monday, but in something else. But at this particular point, it's rotational, and I do believe upside is limited. For the moment, the downside has good support levels, but I think we're going to start to chip away at the downside over the next week. That's my thinking. That's from the charts that I'm looking at. Just be kind of careful here. We're being very selective, and I think that's worked out well. Have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Check out my opening call, and if you